Hey there. I wanted to take a quick look at a macro that's good for healing because we have multiple targets to manage when we're going for our heals. And this one right here, what we've got is a slightly complex. It's really not that big of a deal, but it's the beginning of learning how to use macros. And this one is going to be handy for you to learn how to uh, manage targeting the enemy as well as targeting your heals. Now, I learned this from Sanlan Gaming. He preached this a lot during his Elder Scrolls Online videos. As a healer, and one of the things he was always talking about is um, healers are co-captains of the defense with the tanks. That's one part of it. And the second part of it is that heals we need to DPS as well, because the faster the target dies, the less heals we have to do. So we have to manage our damage output. Now, for certain healing stats classes, that damage output's going to be pivotal. Like, say, for example, Disc Priest. In this case here, I'm using Holy Priest. We'll take a look at that. So this one right here, it's going to execute one of three conditions. The first thing it's going to look at is what is your focus targeting. Then it's going to look at what your focus is, and then finally it's going to look at what your target is. And we're going to start from the back end. We want to make sure that whatever macro we're doing allows us to hit the target that we need to engage when we're targeting it. So in this case here, I have this trainee dummy targeted while my tank is handling this one here. So I want to be able to hit this one. And because I don't have a focus and I don't have the target of a focus, when I go to hit my offensive spells, it is going to engage the target that I want it to. And you can see my damage is coming in over here as appropriately. So that's a good thing. We're doing that deliberately. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to set a focus. In this case right here, we're going to go ahead and make him a focus, right? Now I'm going to target this dummy here. However, when I go to hit my damage, we still expect to see the damage strike here. And it is, because that's what we want. We want, in this case here, I want to be able to, say, focus my tank. So because I want to focus my tank, and cast my healing spells, right? I want to get some heals off on my tank. Put some love on my tank right now, right? But then I want to be able to go back and damage. And because I have a focus set, I don't ever have to waste time trying to retarget. I can just quickly flip back and forth between what I need to do, throw some heals out, put some damage downrange. So these are all things that I want to be able to do that's going to make me more flexible. Now, if we want to get even more sexy and we want to hit what the tank is hitting, what we'll do is we'll take the tank and we'll make him the focus, or her, depending upon who your tank is. Okay, and so now whatever my tank is focusing on, and I'm going to clear my target so you can see this. Whatever my tank is focusing in on, I can go ahead and shoot. Now the tank is looking at the raid dummy, and you can see that my damage is going in on the raid target dummy. And this is what I want. I want to be able to do that. But at the same time, I have a different device set up, so I can heal my tank, right? And I'm doing that simply by using a mouse over system that allows me to spread the loving spoonfuls of justice and glory on my tank. But I can immediately go to throwing some damage down on the target because I want to get a couple of licks of goodness in on that one. So those are going to be things that we want to take a look at. Those are all methods that we use in order to make sure that we're doing as much as we can during the fight. And it's not just about throwing big heal numbers out there. It's being a meaningful member of the fight, being able to kill the target, correctly engage, spread our utility around. So when we have systems set up like this, it's what makes us a more effective player. So Excuse me, consider incorporating macros in what you do. Now, other things that you can do that make it even more sexy is that you can set something very similar on this one, but you would focus target no harm, undead, or I think it's heal on this one. I'd have to check the keyword because I don't use a whole lot of macros on that one. But you can sit there and say, if my target is alive, I'm going to cast a heal. Otherwise, I'm going to cast a damage, and you know it gives you options on what you want to do. So you want to take a look at utilizing your macros and being able to get the most uptime that you can. So we'll probably take a look at getting more complex on either healing the tank or healing our target or attacking damage on that if the tank doesn't need heals. We'll take a look at that at a different one. So, but I wanted to show you this one here real quick. So thanks for watching, and we are going to catch you a little bit later.